What's up, guys? And welcome back to Let's Play Parasite Eve 2. Now, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to take a moment to talk about something. The last video just abruptly ended. There wasn't no, see y'all in the next video. There wasn't no like, comment, subscribe. There wasn't any peace. But there is a reason for that. It is because I recorded for 33 minutes, and at the end of the video, during a very crucial part of the video, my keyboard lost Bluetooth. It timed out and it lost Bluetooth connectivity, and it crashed my emulator. This has happened twice before that I've shown in the series, and usually it's not a big deal. But in this particular case, because I had swapped from disc 1 to disc 2 mid-game, and my emulator sort of thought I was still playing off the first disc, when I chose to restore the game, I think it restored it via the first disc, and it froze my emulator, and I lost progress, okay? So, with that being said, what I have done is I've edited that last video, not in a very good way. I wanted it to be an abrupt end. I wanted people to be like, what the fuck happened? Because I wanted to take this moment to explain what happened. And I know that in like video part 3 or 4, I said that I was going to disable my keyboard so that didn't happen ever again. And I haven't. I've let it crash like twice. There's also a reason behind that. If I disable my keyboard, I have to flip through screens in order to stop recording. Whereas if I have my keyboard enabled, I can literally click one button on my keyboard and end the recording. This occurred to me after I said what I said about disabling my keyboard so it wouldn't pose a threat of crashing my game. And I decided to just go ahead and keep the keyboard running, because I trusted myself to strike a key every once in a while to keep it alive. And I failed miserably. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'll know what happened in the last video. Here's what I plan on doing. This is where we saved the game. This is about right where the last episode ended. And I have used my MP Boost 1. It was right here, so I'm now at full MP. And my attachments, I have a Recovery 2 and a Cola. Now that I've done that, I'm going to save again. My feelings are pretty hurt about that last video because I was midway through a very big sequence in the game when that crash occurred. And it always sucks when you lose progress, especially 15 minutes worth of progress. And that's what it was. I was doing this major sequence in this game for over 15 minutes without pressing a key on my keyboard because I was so focused. That's totally my fault, and we're gonna try and keep that from happening again. So you want to come over here and you want to examine this panel, and you're gonna see these weird little power indicator things, little glowing lines, and you have to examine each piece of this before you can mess with it. These glowing lines remind me of an 80s computer game. They must represent power lines. And I thought it was kind of funny that she says that it reminds her of an 80s video game, because this is a 90s video game. That was nostalgic to people back in the day, and now we're in 2019. Oof. But anyway, if you examine the plug that's in here, it says a plug is inserted, and it will give you this plug. This is one of the only items in the game that if you examine it, it will not tell you what it is whatsoever. But if you'll bear with me for a moment, if we plug it in somewhere, item, plug it in, you can examine this too. This looks like a main power lever, and we can lower it. And you'll see that every glowing line, like this one, not this one. See how this one's darkened, this little bridge between the two right here? This one's lit up. which means that it's a live connection. See how it swapped over to here and then swapped back? That's because every live connection that this line hits, it's going to swap to the other side. So that didn't do what we wanted. We want gate 1 and gate 2 to have power. So we're going to examine this again, and we're going to raise it. And if you'll notice, when we pull this back out, it's going to tell us it's the key item jumper plug. It's one of the only items in the game that just randomly reveals itself without you examining it, which I think is kind of neat. It serves no purpose. It's just a nuance that I notice. But what you want to do is you want to put the jumper plug here. The reason is the power is going to come out here, swap up to here because this is a live one. It's going to pass that one because that's not live, pass that one because it's not live, pass that one. It's going to swap over to here, swap back to here, run down, pass that one, and power gate 1. Gate 2 is just a straight shot with no connections whatsoever. So, if our math is correct here, we should be able to raise this or lower this lever and get noise, or not noise, to we should get power to both gates. I'm still a little messed up in my head. I can barely even commentary right now. I'm so salty that I just lost progress. But anyway, this is the second time I'm doing all this. That's why I'm sort of jumbling my words around. It's going to tell you that she hears a faint noise, and when the game says a faint noise, you may be thinking, oh, well, I didn't hear it. Trust me, you barely hear that noise. It is just a whoop from outside. That's all it is, and it's like whispered in the game. So once you have power going to both gates, you're going to want to save again. Uh-oh. Yeah, you can tell that I'm a little messed up because I'm misclicking and jumbling my words around and stumbling over things. Can't even speak in complete sentences right now. I'm pretty salty. I'm not going to lie, guys. Kind of pissed off that I lost progress. But you know what? It is what it is. We knew there was going to be some technical difficulties in this game. It's an emulator. It happens. When you go through this gate, Aya's going to go into a mini cutscene, and she's going to start asking if Madigan's there. No answer. Maybe he went a different way. Madigan, are you there? Madigan? That's not Madigan. This is a proper boss fight. You want energy shot right away. You want antibody right away. And he hit me. That's fine. Barely did any damage. These barrels get in your way when you're aiming. So you might have to hit the aim button twice. When he jumps at you like that, you can move toward him and dodge it. The other attack he has, if you hear him stop running, is just straight down from above. You can just move out of his way to dodge that one, which he's fixing to do again. You always want to stick and move. Shoot, 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 and then move. Shoot, 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 shoot. And that's the first stage of this boss battle. You get 300 XP, 200 BP. Not bad. And you recover a little bit of your MP that you used, which is great, because that's the end of the battle. That means your energy shot, your antibody, it's done. She's going to examine the corpse of this thing. And she finds something. It is a handgun, which we will examine later. For right now, you want to take that. And it's also going to give you a jumper plug. Oh no. Round 2. This is the main boss fight, guys. The first stage is Child's Play. This is the big one. It gets its own music and everything. Proper boss fight. Let's go. Take a pot shot, instantly hit energy shot, and then move. While he's doing that, we're going to swap over, antibody, and then move. That was close. Good damage, good damage. He's a lot more dangerous in this form. if he jumps at you and gets you and grabs you with his teeth, it will poison you. So be very careful that you are sticking and moving. You can do this boss fight by sticking to one corridor, whatever your favorite. No, not that move. That's a headbutt. That's hard to dodge. You almost can't dodge that. Just so y'all know. So if you fail to dodge that, don't feel bad. It's hard to dodge. Hard is an understatement. It's almost impossible to dodge. Okay, I was a little slow to aim that time. If you keep running back and forth, you should mainly be dealing with the jump attack that he keeps doing, which is the easiest thing in this boss fight to dodge. That right there is dangerous. That jump attack, if he grabs you, poisons you. So be careful. And again, you can move toward him to avoid that. Usually it just kind of happens that you move toward him. So don't feel too bad about the timing. Reload while you're safe and then move. If you'll notice, my antibody and my energy shot, and again, that's impossible to dodge. Both of those are gone now. Energy shot's going to have that purple, red, and blue kind of particle effect on Aya, while antibody has its own yellow lightning bolt particle effect. Whoops, shot the barrel. The barrels are hard to break open unless you have a very strong weapon like a shotgun or the rifle. All the barrels really do is they provide light so you can see. It's not necessary to make them explode. I think it also damages him pretty decently if he's next to a barrel when you get it to explode, but it's honestly not very worth it. Stick, move, take pot shots. That's all you're going to be doing. This entire boss battle depends highly on your footwork. Again, move toward him while he does the jump attack, and you can dodge that. You'll hear him running around. If you ever hear him stop running, that's when you know bad things are about to happen. And he actually got me. If he does catch you with that tooth attack and grab you like that, he will stand still for a few minutes, allowing you to get some pot shots. What poison does is while you're moving, Aya takes constant damage. So you want to get that off of you as soon as possible. We're going to use metabolism to do that. He didn't poison me again right there because I have metabolism on. Reload, pot shots. Got him on a 32 right there. He's coming back. Yeah, he headbutted me. I kind of figured that was going to happen. I can't hear him anymore. Means he's coming down from above. And this is what I was doing when my game crashed, by the way. So, I mean, I tried to restore the game like I normally do, and for whatever reason, it just froze up and would not do anything. If you'll notice, antibody and energy shot are gone once again. And I'm also low on health. So what I'm going to do, during this, I'm going to go ahead and pop energy shot. I'm going to go ahead and pop antibody. And then I'm going to move. Well, I said I was going to move. Okay, this is an emergency situation. 7 MP, 30 HP, that's an emergency. Pop your cola. Now I have a good amount of HP and MP to work with. We'll take a pot shot or two. Get poison off of us. And we are going to run because we don't want to get hit. Take a few pot shots. Oh, good pot shots. Heal. Take that opportunity to heal. Dodge his attacks. This is a long boss fight, by the way. This is a proper boss fight. You have to be prepared for this. Every once in a while he gets a little confused and his pathing gets a little messed up in the corners there, and he'll just run around and allow you to hit him. Aya, aim at him, please. Reload while it's safe. Move. If you have a rifle, or you're using something like the grenade pistol right here, you're going to be struggling with reload times, dude. Aya's going to be very vulnerable while you're reloading. You'll notice when you start getting his health down low because he will start attacking rapidly. As soon as he leaves the screen, he's going to attack. There it is. Pot shots. This is a lot more dangerous of a fight than number 9 was in Dryfield. Have to be careful with this. See how rapidly he's attacking now? I've got his HP down really low. Not too worried about energy shot right now. That's a headbutt. I can't dodge that. And if I can dodge that, I'm not really sure how to dodge that. Oh. This thing is a tank too, dude. It has a lot of HP. Oops. Okay. Pop energy shot. Be careful. Move. And I did not move in time. So be careful when you're doing your parasite energies. It does leave Aya vulnerable. Wow, I did not hit him at all. Yeah, these little narrow passageways up here, not the best way to do that. There we go. We got him down. You want to stick to the longer corridors. And you can stick to one or the other and just run back and forth and dodge him. So at this point, Aya thinks that Kyle mutated into this thing or was killed by this thing. And you find out that Aya kind of liked Kyle, you know? Which is expressed earlier in the game because she's like, I wonder what his hobbies are, blah, blah, blah. She actually kind of likes the guy. Get another round of BP and experience, which is nice. And you also get an item. I'm going to take the recovery 2 and use it. And then I'm going to, whoops, discard the grenades because I don't want to keep the grenades. If you examine this bike over here, there's a motorcycle. It's big, 1600cc or larger. Hey, a leather side holster with a bottle cap design. Wait, I'm sure I've seen this. Aha! The sword the big guy had would fit this perfectly. This has got to be his. I should look for clues. Ah, there's an extra switch next to the ignition. It looks like a remote control switch. It says gate 2. There's no reason to press that. Well, actually, I take that back. We're going to press the switch. Nothing happened. But you'll see there's this electrical effect over here. This right here is brightly lit on the other side. All that is very, very interesting. And it is hard to see your way around here. So be careful. I have trouble trying to find this gate. It's right here in the corner. And there's another little faint click noise. I'm going to try and plasma a lot of these bats. Whoops. I forgot like 2 bats. That sucks. I didn't forget them. I just didn't hit them. There we go. We used a metric fuck ton of ammunition for that boss fight. We're going to save. And we're going to regather some ammo. Because honestly, that boss fight is one of the most tedious and long and drawn out boss fights there is in this game. So we're going to go ahead and save. And after we save, we're going to pick up some ammunition. And if we'll remember, we picked up a second jumper plug. So now we have 2. The gate lamp is out, which means that this is different now. A short must have triggered an automatic safety shutdown. That's odd, the wiring map is different than before. So now, all of the connections are lit up. Which means all of those darkened little bridges are now bridges that will cause the electric thing to, you know, swap around. This is not a hard puzzle to figure out at all. I'm not going to waste too much time explaining how this works, because I've already done that. I'm just going to show y'all, you know, what the actual thing is here. I can't remember if it's top and bottom or top in this one. I think it's top in this one. But the way you would do this is you want to look and see, you know, where the electrical thing goes. I just want to swap up here, swap there, swap back, go down here, swap up there, swap down, swap over, and then run off into the ground. So maybe this isn't the right one. Maybe it is the top. We'll try the top first. Whoops, not item. Or not the top, but the bottom. I keep like getting those confused with each other for whatever reason. I wonder if a plug will fit in these holes. Why would you wonder that? There's already a plug in one of these holes. Anyway, we're going to try this and see if this works. Again, your goal is to try and power both gate 1 and gate 2. And there it is. Basically, just like I showed you, you just want to try and follow it out and, you know, predict this. So it's not a hard puzzle at all. I don't feel the need to go over a lot of stuff. Some of it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. You can save again if you'd like, because we just got done with that boss battle, and we're fixing to fight yet another mini-boss. Spoiler alert. So, they toss the big boss of Dryfield at you, the burner boss. Then they put you in a chaser mini boss area where you're having to fight tons of those around dangerous cliffs. By the way, if you're standing in that little fight around the truck that I showed y'all in the last episode, if you stand next to the cliff I told you to never stand by, and a chaser butts you off that cliff, you die instantly. Aya falls down the cliff and you are dead. Game over. Load your save. That's just, it's very unforgiving. Never stand next to that cliff. Now that we have everything that we need, we can go back to the motorcycle and press this switch. So, burner boss, chaser NMC mini battle boss thing, event battle, we'll call it. And then it gives us the big chaser boss that we have to fight twice. And as soon as you go through this door, you get another invisible spider mini boss. This is difficult because it is a weird space and the color scheme is a little off. Welcome to the real shelter. If you aim your gun, it's going to have nothing. But as you walk forward, there it is. So be careful. Depending on where this thing is, you can hit it with plasma if you're lucky. That will stun it. And while it is on the ground, it is not as dangerous as when it is on top. This one's a little bit different than the one we found in the well. Whoops. Wow, he moved. Stun. Be careful with this thing. It is very difficult to fight. And he has a lot of HP. I would recommend that you use Energy Shot for this, but it's hard to get it off because he sits there and attacks you. So quickly like that. Stun. Oh, are you joking? Wow. Get off. Stun, please. Heal. Oh my goodness, I about died. Die. Heal. Wow, I'm not doing well with this at all. And I'm out of ammo. Yep. 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 The sweet taste of defeat. Okay, so that's why that mini boss is hard. Oh boy. I'm very salty. This is my least favorite part of this game. And the reason this is my least favorite part is because they toss a lot of bosses at you in a very short amount of time. So back in the refuge. Have I done this yet? No, I haven't. Okay. A little annoyed. But you know what? There's some things that I didn't do that I should have done. And I'll go over what those were here in a second. So, as you can see, the invisible spider boss, and it's those NMCs, the little spider things that turn invisible, those are called stalkers. So, the big stalker bosses are probably some of the harder bosses in the game, to be honest. There's a few things you can do to get a leg up on this, and I'm actually going to save this again. It's very wise to save after you do everything, because I don't want to have to redo that little puzzle and get ammo and all that crap again. First thing I need to do, I went into that battle with an attachment slot empty. That's my bad. Oh yeah, and I forgot about this. Let's go ahead and examine this. This is the P229. It is a 9mm handgun, and it's pretty much like the P08 in the fact that it's got the same rate of fire, it's semi-auto, but it only holds 12 rounds. And it says 12 over 50, and range is 120 over 4. It has more range than the P08. And it says 12 over 50 because it has a high power flashlight on it. As much as I know for a fact I can use the P08 to kill this thing, I'm going to actually take this flashlight gun into battle. And if you'll notice, I equipped it with Hydras. The things I could have done in the last fight, I should have been carrying full items into battle. All my attachment slots should have been filled with recovery items. That was my fault. I knew there was a boss. I didn't do that. I had confidence. It failed me. Don't get cocky in this game. You will get fucked real quick. And another thing I could have done was equip Hydras to my P08, which would have increased my damage. Nothing I could have done was, used antibody as soon as the battle started. Which I am actually going to do right now. That's what the flashlight does. Free stun all day. Free stun all day. Makes this fight a lot easier. Whoa. He went invisible for a minute, and for whatever reason... Ow, stop hitting me, please. He's still so hard to fight. Dude! Okay. Recovery item. This is not an easy boss fight. I got him. This weapon makes it easier. I got more experience off of him than I did the big chaser. So, just so you know, that is not an easy boss fight. And this is the first time we've seen 9mm Spartan ammunition. So, Parabellum are basically just, lead slug rounds. Your Hydras are supposed to be hollow point rounds. Spartans are supposed to be black talon rounds. The ones dubbed, quote, cop killers. They have a fragmentation chance. They deal a lot of damage in real life and in this game. These are important to have. Always take Spartan rounds, especially if you're using a 9mm as your primary weapon. And this is also the first belt pouch we have found, which is crazy. There's like 2 or 3 of them in Dryfield. I don't know why I've not found more than one belt pouch, but there's our first belt pouch. Now, You're going to come up this way, and you can look down here. It says it opens up. Everything looks man-made. A faint warm breeze, exhaust from below. If you come over this way, there is an elevator. Let's go down. This is the next area of this game. And usually red lights mean that doors are locked. Not always. Always check. But usually that's what that means. This is the facility that the militia group created. See, that door had a red light. It opened. Always check. Pause for a minute. I didn't shoot anything. What is that noise? There's a weird laser noise or something. What is happening, you might be wondering. This gun also has a very high critical rate. And it's silenced. It sounds stupid. There are cameras. These cameras are annoying. I'm not going to use this weapon very much longer. Trust me. I don't like this weapon. It was good for that fight because of the flashlight, and I forgot to swap back. There we go. I was also still using hydras right there, which was kind of my bad. The cameras have high defense, and they are annoying. Some of them will inflict status effects on you, so be kind of wary about those. There are these things in here. We are highly familiar with them. Don't let them corner you. If you have plasma, now is a good time to use it. There we go. Pretty simple battles, but it is a little bit on the upper tier side, okay? These are going to be more difficult battles than what people are used to. This is the next area of the game. There is an ammo box in here. You can get free 9mm in here all day. So keep that in mind. They put that ammo box there for a reason. And I'll explain that reason here in just a moment. But for now, what we want to do is want to go through this door that's labeled E43. Okay, this is your first encounter with these enemies. They do not take physical damage. You have to use Parasite energy. They are weak against your wind Parasite energy. 395, ladies and gents. Oh god. And if they hit you, they silence you. Silence makes it where you cannot use your Parasite energy. So, ow. And they absorb your Parasite energy and use it against you. And there's cameras in here as well. Be careful in here. It's a bad time. So, I gotta wait for silence to wear off. And actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a recovery. These guys are gonna hit me and re-silence me. Yeah, if they hit you, they absorb your energy and they shoot a fireball at you. They're very annoying enemies. I don't like them. I don't like their enemy type. I think they're kind of garbage, but you know, one thing to note about them, while they are annoying, they are worth a ton of XP. Okay, now my silence is worn off. We're going to use Necrosis again. Whoops. I'm going to use Necrosis again. Hit that one. Hit that one. Okay. So, they're not hard to kill. Okay, they're not worth a lot of XP. They're worth a lot of BP. My fault. And it's funny. That cures silence. I'm not going to equip random stuff in my attachments just because I get silenced. Move a recovery 3 over here. We're going to move a cola over here. MP boost 2 kind of outdoes cola, I believe, on your MP. So I try not to do too much with the MP Boost 2s unless I absolutely have to. This is going to lead us to the sleeping quarters. And there are enemies in here as well. This is more of an open area, which I kind of enjoy. Just be careful about this room, because sometimes there's enemies in here. Every time you come in here, check the bathroom area right there for enemies. I got criticals on him right away and dropped him. That was pretty nice. He's still alive, but he's not doing too well. There's another critical. I can hear him hitting the floor. These rats are super easy to clean up after you deal with that other guy. It was another one of those weird flesh-colored monsters. And there's a rat over here in the corner hiding. Alright, super simple battle in here. There's some things that you want to check out in here. There's a bunk bed. Top, Kaminsky. Bottom, Yoshida. Top, Kaminsky. This is quite an elegant bed. All these photos, they must be family pictures. There are a lot of Star Schlep pinups as well. The bookshelf is full of networking manuals, the Star Schlep fan books, and Star Schlep. I don't know what Star Schlep is supposed to be, I guess like a Star Trek knockoff. Looks like a network administrator that takes his family and his hobbies very seriously. Bottom, Yoshida. Wow, these sheets are so messy, even the wrinkles have wrinkles. Lots of bodybuilder pinups on the wall by the bed. What's underneath, I wonder? Should have guessed. Weights and an ab machine. The bed and bookshelf are covered with computer books and magazines. Not every programmer is so concerned with physical well-being. Must be staff beds. I was thinking you could pick up that magazine, and I might be wrong about that. Bunk bed here. Pool and Bowman. Pool. There's a poster of a bearded man on the wall by this bed. I don't get these people. What were they trying to emulate? A bookshelf. Human Internal Evolution. Wait, this book. My Japanese friend Kei Maeda once wrote this. Wrote this for his dissertation. Oh my god, my keyboard. All kinds of things are going wrong right now. For one, I don't understand half of the sentence structure they're using right now. 2, my keyboard just crashed. And 3, grr. Anyway, his new theory of mitochondria. It was shot down by the academics. He sent me a copy once, but it never arrived. It's pretty high-level science. No time to read it now. A few other papers here. Mostly organic chemistry, it seems. Okay. So what Aya is saying is she's friends with this Japanese author named Kei Maeda. Maeda is a top-level scientist who wrote this book about mitochondria that got shot down by all the powers that be, and actually it's decent-level science that explains a lot of what the fuck's going on right now. That's what you're supposed to pull out of that. Bottom, Bowman. This bed. Huh, what is that? There's some black stains covering the sheets. Oh my, it's caked with flakes of skin and frazzled body hair. Doesn't look like a burn injury. I wonder, am I imagining things, or does this bed smell like rotten fish? So Bowman had some problems. That's pretty much what you're supposed to take out of that. I'm not going to examine these bunk beds over here. I'm pretty much wasting time at this point, and this video is already pretty long as it is. I need to find a place to save and do that thing. I don't like ending videos before I save. There's probably some things to find in here, to be honest. I would search this room thoroughly, but I don't know exactly where stuff is. So we're going to move on. Ooh. If you'll pause for a minute, the cameras actually start doing work on these guys as well. But we can go ahead and start shooting. And we're nailing criticals. Look at the damage we're dealing with this PO8. Ow. The Gatling turret cameras, they hit you twice per little thing. They have white lasers. Every different style of camera has a different color of laser. Alright, so once you've got both the fatties down, it's time to start working on the cameras. And there are a lot of them. White laser. We know it's a Gatling turret. It's going to hit us more than once. Alright, that's all of them. I don't like the cameras. They suck. We are looking for a very specific door. This should say control room. That's not the door we're looking for, but I just wanted to point out that it will read off, you know. Oh, necrosis. I heard him. Cameras will actually do a really good job against those guys as well. If you do have cameras in the room with those little jelly slime things, the lasers deal decent damage to them. It may not kill them in one shot like necrosis does, but if you want to just stand back and let them get shot down by cameras, you're welcome to do that. So we're looking for this. We're looking for weapon. What does weapon mean? Armory. That's interesting, right? So we walk in here. Lockers for body armor. It's locked. It won't open. Won't open. Won't open. Okay, cool. Whatever. It's on this desk over here. What is that thing? Monitors turned off. Firearm manuals. Nothing of interest. What is this? This device looks like the BP vending machine it missed. The sensor reads the BP credit from your contact lenses. Welcome to the BP armory, the machine says. The monitor turned on. Did it sense my BP counter? Looks like I really can use this. What's going on here? Bizarre. Looks like it's running perfectly. I can use BP to buy equipment. Here we go. This is a big thing, okay? Having this machine here is godlike. Because A, if you didn't pick up that gun, you can buy one. B, you can buy that shotgun if you never bought it. It also has new things. The hammer is new. This is a high voltage stun gun. And the flashlight on this pistol, or the battery for this, you can come back to any place like this and go to ammunition and click on batteries and fuel. It does not cost you BP, and that will reload your secondary battery. So that's pretty much free ammunition for your flashlight and free ammunition for that stun gun if you want to buy that. Standard stuff until you get down to armor. The combat armor, 40 and 10, attachments 5, resists silence, and it has a built-in motion detector. That's a pretty good piece of armor. NBC suit. This is an environmental suit. It resists poison and paralysis, gives you plus 20 to both, and has 6 attachments. And then there's the Psi suit. This is a neo-mitochondria lab suit. Includes remote ANMC analyzer. Now we've heard of NMCs, which are neo-mitochondrian creatures. What is an ANMC? That's an artificial neo-mitochondrian creature. Basically, they were creating these things in this lab. This is the most expensive suit. It doesn't give you extra HP, but it resists confusion. It allows you to see a health bar for the enemies you're shooting, and it gives you plus 50 on your MP. I love this thing, and I'm going to buy it. There's some new items, I believe. You can buy flares, which is pretty cool, and pepper spray. And by the way, I said that I recommended bringing 2 flares into the cavern we were first in. That giant stalker boss, the one that was invisible and fucked me up that first time, yeah, that's why I recommend the flare. That will stun him much longer than the flashlight does, and also deal a little bit of damage. So yeah, that's that. There's also a door here. Munitions. The door is locked. What's this red light over here? Huh, there's a card reader. The slot is for a card key. Do we have a card key? Wait. Do y'all remember back at the Acropolis Tower? The guy in the garden area was planting a bomb. He phoned into his base and then went through a door that we could never go through, but we did find a black card on the ground. This is where that black card is used. If you don't pick that card up, that's the reason there's an ammo box in the first room we came through in this area, is because if you don't have this card, you can't get into this back area. Oh my goodness. That's going to be edited out. There's going to be a really weird jump right here. And I apologize. That's because somebody called me and it flashed their phone number on my screen. This one's open. There's a lot of ammo inside. This is infinite buckshot for the first time. Come over here. It's open. Full of ammo. This is 9mm PB. Great. Whoop. Nope. That's not what I wanted. This one is open as well. It's full of ammo. This is unlimited Hydra ammo. These can be used just like ammo boxes. And with that being said, I'm going to come down here. We're equipping Hydras. Now that we can get infinite Hydras, that's what we're doing, boys and girls. And I'm also going to throw a heal down. But wait, there's more. If you come over here, these are all locked. This one's open. The gun has a note on it. Defective. Okay. Okay, let's come over here. Small weapon parts. This isn't the time or place for weapon modifications. This one's open. There's a shotgun lying here. I could use this. Boom. We just got a shotgun. If you wanted a shotgun, I don't recommend buying the PA3, because once you get here, if you have that black card, you get the SP12. It holds 7 rounds. And this is a kind of better shotgun. I don't want to say it's automatic, but it's got a higher fire rate than the PA3, I believe. It's nice. As far as shotguns go, it's nice. But I'm going to end this video here. I've actually got to edit this because of that stupid phone number. I hope y'all enjoyed, and please like, subscribe, comment, all that other cliche YouTuber stuff. Sorry about the last video. I wanted to leave it messed up so that y'all could see that it was messed up and explain it in this video. But as always, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.